What's up, guys? Tim coming back at you, best damn shop around. Today's an exciting day. Two reasons. One, big reason. Gonna do the maiden voyage test drive on the 53 Buick. You've seen a while back, I don't know, probably a year ago, did an episode on picking it up, kind of ran over what I was gonna do. And I actually filmed a few episodes of like a will it run, get it running kind of thing. And technology struck again, to say the least. One of the videos, the audio was garbage. The other video was corrupted somehow. I don't know. So we lost all that, but it's up and running. Let me give you a quick little walk around on it. So here it is, 53 Buick. For those of you who remember, we got this one out of Mississippi, found it on Marketplace. Pretty dang solid old car. Got a little rust down low, but I mean, what do you expect? Killer patina. Pretty much all there. When I bought it, the seller disclosed that he had got it to turn over and got it to run off a bottle, which was really, really reassuring. So I did an all new fuel system, all new brake system. Did a small little easy quick wiring harness on it because these things are factory 6-volt. So did just enough to make the taillights work, and that's about it. Obviously put the cool period correct license plate on it with the bullet fasteners, you know, for the quintessential hot rod look. And just kind of washed it, you know, shined up the stainless and chrome a little bit and cleaned the windows, and it turned out really cool. Big part is the wheel and tire. So decided to go with the factory wheels on this one. And these hubcaps I thought were factory until I'd done a little research. And turns out these are actually like 51, 52 optional caps or something like that. I don't know. The Buick people can bleep bloop blow and fill me in on where I'm leaving off. But it's a cool looking smoothie style cap. And I had them polished by this old timer Carl Bartholomew up in Cleveland, Georgia. He rubbed them out real nice, looking pretty. Had my buddy Taylor, Freak Productions. I'll put his link in the description. He did the pinstriping on them, made them look good. Did some G-Body El Camino springs in the back and trimmed the front springs till they were level. And you can see it's about 3 inches of drop, and it's got just a killer look to it. It looks like this is how it should have been. As far as the inside, basically just vacuumed it. It had some upholstery work done on it sometime in its life, probably in the 80s. It's kind of falling apart. The carpet is basically just felt. I mean, it's but it works. You know, it's not terrible looking. It still has a headliner in it. A lot of things were missing off the dash. Ended up buying a parts car just to get some little doodads and trinkets. But all in all, it's, you know, it's a pretty cool little cruiser. The second thing that I'm excited about is today is my grandfather's 93rd birthday. And if you remember, I bought this because of him. One of his favorite cars. He's too cheap to buy one, so I bought one. So I'm gonna go pick him up on our maiden voyage and go take him and ride around a little bit for his birthday, because I don't know, 93, what else would you want to do? Especially when you're an old school car guy, hot rider guy. It's gonna be really fun. So tag along. We're gonna, hopefully it doesn't break down, and have a little fun. What do you think, Pop?
Oh man, something nice.
Bring back some memories, right?
Oh yeah, a lot of memories.
Wait. So tell the story again. What was his name?
Royce Boyd. Royce.
And he was a prisoner of war in
Korea.
Korea.
Yeah, when I was, you know, me and him was over at the same time.
Did you know him while you were there? Over there?
I knew him before he went over. Yeah, and come back. I don't know how I knew him, but anyway, we were. He passed away several years ago.
But they gave him a new Buick for.
Yeah, brand new one. It was, I think, a green one. Best I remember.
2-door?
2-door. Yeah, just like this. Just like it.
Yeah,
that chrome's real good. Isn't it?
It isn't bad. I just went over everything with the SOS pad. I mean, it's not perfect, but
What else you gonna do to it?
Eventually, I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna do the interior and stuff, and do a better wiring harness in it, and better brakes and better motor eventually. But at first, I just wanted to get it running and driving, and just go enjoy it a little bit.
That's a beauty.
Yeah, new gas tank.
Rust on it, are they?
What's that?
Most of surface rust. I mean,
Yeah, mostly just surface rust. It's got a little bit right around the bottom of the wheel well, and a little bit in the bottom of the fender, but it's not bad. You can see it's just a little bit coming through, but I know a guy that can handle that.
Ooh, that's nice.
How many of these you think you had?
Huh?
How many of these have you had?
I don't know. I bought one off of old man Oliver. He was a lawyer, and when I was left him milk at his house, I found out he wanted to sell it, and I bought it. And it was a coupe, but it's like this. I think I gave him a couple of $100 for it.
I wish we could still get on that sheet.
A big heavy set. The seat was a
little bent over.
I had to keep it too long. I sold it. That's back when I was fooling with them a lot.
This one, this one came, out of Mississippi, and it belonged to a preacher. And he must have been a little short fella, because they had 2x4s as like a spacer under the seat rails.
Really?
Yeah. And then they had modified the seat back, where the seat back would lean back a little bit. So I'm guessing he was kind of short and heavy set.
Yeah.
But I undid all that. You always told me how much you like these things, the 53s, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's a big crowd up on the square that day. They give old Royce Boyd his. Give it free. That they made it up, I reckon, in the community.
Oh, everybody kind of pitched in on it?
Yeah. But there's a big crowd up there. He was all smile.
I bet.
The tires still got the wood.
Oh, they're brand new. They're brand new. It's a company, I can't remember where they're based out of. It's called Diamondback Classics, and they reproduce them.
They didn't have none of these over at Simpsons, did they?
Yeah, they had two 53s. One of them was a 4-door. I bought it for parts for this car, and I've already used some stuff, some little interior trinkets, a little wiring harness pigtail for the taillights and stuff. They had that one. They had another one that went for way more money than I thought it should. And then, did you see the 54 I bought? I'll show you some pictures of it. I bought a 54 wagon.
Real? Oh, Lord.
Real solid car, like almost zero rust except for the front floor pans. Really solid.
You get a lot of attention driving that.
Man, I'm telling you, everybody, I get thumbs up and waves, and I stopped at the gas station, and I had a guy tell me about his aunt had one of these when he was a kid. That's one of the best things about these old cars is they bring back the people's memories.
Oh yeah, people have it.
Hop in, let's go for a ride. Go for a ride. It's like a big sewing machine.
Yeah, that little glove.
Yeah. One thing I haven't figured out is a little shutter when you first let out on the clutch. I think it's just from sitting forever and ever.
Maybe rusty.
Yeah. The more I drive it, it seems to be going away. I've only driven it up and down the hill just a few times. Put all new springs and shocks under it too, so it rides pretty good. I don't know if it's a carburetor issue or a distributor issue, but people used to say these things are really fast, the straight eights. This one isn't fast. Wait a second. The guy I bought it from, he's been watching this car sit in the old man's front yard forever and ever, and this thing's been sitting since, I think he said, the mid '80s. Yeah. And sometime along in there, so it was originally an old preacher man, and sometime he came home late one night, I guess he was tired or whatever, and got out and left it running, and came out the next morning and it wouldn't start. It sit all night and ran itself out of gas. It's a little small community over there in Mississippi, and he had like some little stories. He'd been watching it forever and finally bought it from the son or grandson. But he had this, I can't get it out, but this Bible was sitting on the dash the entire time that he knew of the car. And when I got it done, I was like, I'm keeping it in here. I think it's bad juju to take it out. What's that?
Okay.
It's not bad. It's really, I honestly forgot even how much I paid for it now. It's been so long, but I didn't pay a whole lot. It's just a good solid car. I maybe put $1,500, $2,000 into it, with tires and hubcaps, all the ignition parts. I got an exhaust done. That dude up in Cleveland did the exhaust for me. And it's just such a great little cruiser. I didn't want to tear it apart and have it disassembled forever. I wanted to get it out and enjoy it. So I can just tinker on it as I go. I really bought it because I always remember you telling me how much you love these. 53 being the last year, like the lovely bodies. I was like, shoot, buy this thing, go take Papa right around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think so.
We don't know what that was.
Yeah, that's amperage, oil, gas, all that stuff. Come on now. Everything. This shifter, see how it's loose? You gotta just find second just right. That Parts Car guy's got a better shifter in it. I just haven't done it yet.
It runs good. It sounds good, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, the motor sounds, I ain't adjusted the valves. I haven't done anything like that.
20 miles.
Yeah. It's showing 25,000. Definitely 125. Just by judging how loose the steering is and how wore out the brakes were and stuff. It's definitely got at least 125. But like I said, the guy that I bought it from said along with the preacher, and he just kind of drove it around. I think he just kind of, did house calls and hospital calls and all that, preacherly duty stuff. the last time you drove a 3-speed on the column?
Long time. Boy, you get a lot of lookers on this one. Do the hand signal.
Yeah. Yeah, the turn signals don't work, so like all the way over here I was doing the left and right. It's got brake lights, so I don't have to stop.
I ain't coming on that Jeep thing, whatever that is.
Oh, the Blazer?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Probably, I don't know, I'm better than halfway done with it for sure. Just kind of been waiting on time to work on it, you know, between all these other customer projects and whatnot. But I got like half of it painted, the motor's in. I put an aftermarket air conditioning system in it. What else? Aftermarket gauges and stuff, kind of to bring it up to date a little bit. I'm trying to work on it on the weekends. Like, it's a 53, and you have to drive it like a 53. You can't drive it like a new car. It doesn't have the brakes. It doesn't have the get up and go. You gotta take your time and take corners slower. So what do you think about the ride, Pop?
That's right. Enjoyed that. So the one you bought's a 2-door is 4-door?
The parts car's a 4-door.
Yeah. Well, all the other stuff's the same anyway.
Yeah. As far as everything I needed was all the same.
How many did you buy over there?
Well, I bought the 54 wagon, the 53 4-door parts car, and then I bought a 79 GMC pickup truck. But ended up letting my buddy, you know Chris, the tall, skinny Chris?
Oh, yeah.
He wanted a project for him and his father-in-law and his son, so I let him have that one.
Unbelievable. Fantastic.